Good morning, students. Welcome
Good morning.
to very good morning, dear. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, dear.
लिजेन थैंक्स प्रेमो तुम बिल्कुल राजकुमारी जैसी दिखती हो
Debya Prakash,
so
the
much
place
और
where
बताओ
you are sitting, dear, is actually not the right place from where you can take these classes. You will be quite disturbed, and I don't know how you people manage to attend the classes along with so much of fun and entertainment which is going on behind or in the background. So I'll appreciate if you people can really understand the importance of attending the classes, right? And can change your place or the position wherever you people are right now in your home, because these are really very important. And probably this is the only reason why when we say virtually you people should be prepared to attend your classes, that means you should know how to attend the classes. From There are certain virtual etiquette that you have to understand, because we don't know when are we going to start offline, because the scenario which is there globally is really alarming. And so therefore you people should keep up this particular spirit of understanding and taking up the sessions sportively, with the complete understanding, and at the same time the zeal should be there. The zeal of learning should be at a high pace. So I welcome you back once again to another class of business English and communicative skill. I don't know how many of you have submitted your assignments, because I could not find any link to the video. I was actually very keen to listen to you people to understand what actually you people are interested of doing. So this is again bit disheartening. As a student of management, when you people think, when you people expect something in return from the institute, similarly a teacher whosoever is teaching will always expect certain thing from the students, that is dedication, commitment, and best way of time management. So when I talk about time management, this is something which I see you people not at all working on. The second thing is dedication is missing, commitment, again the level of commitment is missing, because the assignment that was shared was such a simple one. I've already shared couple of examples. The only thing which you wanted, which you should have done, is similar to the shared examples, you were asked to find out few more job description, and then in the same job description identify the skill sets, because every time whenever a company issues or says that these are the job requirement, or this is the position for which that they are looking for the applicants, so they always mention the skill set, they always mention the eligibility criteria. So I'm sorry to say, but yes, I am bit disheartened, you can say I'm a bit disappointed, because you people are not pulling up your socks, you people are not at all working to bring on that positive change within you. What is that positive change? Point number one, you people should always expect something good, something better from your own side or from your own self. Say, for example, today, if you believe that you know uh, up to an extent of point one, tomorrow you should be able to understand even point two or point three. So there has to be a small, at least minimum growth or development within you, and that can be possible only when you people are going to work hard. So I'll appreciate if you people can sincerely work hard, and in a day before 25th of December I must receive the assignments. Otherwise, you will be forcing me to mark you all 0 out of 10 points that actually you people are going to score. So come on, boys and girls. I really wish to see you all working very hard. I want you to record and send me your introduction. I also want to see how you could understand the job description, and do you really know what are the skill sets that the company really look forward when we talk about the employability skills? What are the employability skills that the companies look forward or look ahead? Because after a year, I'm not talking about 5 years or 10 years, I'm talking about just a year. After 12 months, you people are going to work with the organization, you people are going to attend the interview process, you people will get the opportunity of getting associated with the different organization. and probably after 14 months you people are going to work with the organization. So you people need to really pull up your socks. You have to really work very hard. Come on, bring it on and show me that you people are really smart, intelligent management students. All right, so how many of you are going to submit the assignment probably in a day or two? Quickly in the chat box, I want to see how many of you are really keen to improve yourself. Oh wow, I see Shubham, Farid, Aradhana, Silky, Divya Prakash, Simran, Sunny saying yes, I will do it. Chanchal Kumari also says that yes, she's going to do it. Please remember, the assignment is very simple. Let me once again explain. I have shared two examples of job description. What you have to do is you have to identify what are the skill sets that are mentioned in those job description, and similarly you have to search for few more job descriptions, because more number of job descriptions, when you study, when you read, you'll come to know exactly what is it that the company is looking for. All right, dear. And then you all know there is a simple question. The first question that is asked, the icebreaker between you and the interviewer, is introduce yourself, isn't it? So why to wait for a month, or why to wait for a year, why to wait for 1.5 years? Why not start our start our preparation right in this particular month, that is December 2020? I want everybody to prepare your introductory speech, record it and share it on the YouTube. You have to upload it on YouTube. If you want it to be put in public domain, you can put it. Otherwise you can post it in private and you can share it only with me, so that I and you can watch it, can understand, and can definitely try my best to improve yourself wherever it is required. Otherwise my comments will always be there. I really believe that my students are smart enough. They will always beat me, they will always beat my expectation, and they are going to perform extremely well. All right, so let me see how many of you are really going to do that. So in today's and tomorrow's class, this is the last part of our syllabus wherein we are going to talk about presentation skill. So please try to understand, when we talk about management student, a management student of a management, they use communication not only for written or for speaking, they also use this communication to present their ideas and thoughts, right? So when we talk about presenting the ideas and thoughts, please remember the 4 P's, the golden rule of communication: plan, prepare, practice, and present. So the last P talks about presentation. Generally, there is a myth. Most of the time, people believe if they prepare a PowerPoint presentation, then only it would be called as presentation. If you think so, you're wrong. You have to remember whatever is there in your mind when you either write or speak or design something, a design a template, design something, or you can say that if it could be in even silence, you can present your thoughts and action, and then if that is understood by the audience, by the listener, or by the person whosoever is trying to understand it, that is called as presentation. Advertisements are presentation. Letters are your presentation. Proposal is your presentation. Report is your presentation. Notice that you write is your presentation. Agenda that you are going to write, again, that is your presentation. Minutes of meeting that you present, again, that's a part of your presentation. So whenever you are sharing your idea, your thought in the written form or in speaking, that is in oral way, that is called as presentation. Now, when we say presentation, of course, presentation can be used, can be presented with the help of certain tools and aid. Right now, only if I speak without displaying any slide, if I just speak, I don't know how many of you remember, but this was very clearly told that whatever we speak can be recalled by us, but the extent of remembering the things will be too less. What I'm trying to say is only 7% of the textual information can be recalled by us. Only 38% of the information that is said by the person can be recalled by us. But when we talk about something that is presented either in the form of picture, infographic, or any kind of graphs or anything. If I talk about a video could be a form of presentation. It could be PPT, it could be video, it could be pictures, it could be graphs, anything. So whatever the tool that you're going to use in order to represent your idea, in order to represent your thought, so that the person whosoever is going to watch it can understand, then that will help you to create a long lasting impression on the mind of the viewer, on the mind of the audience. So keep this in your mind, that whenever we say presentation, it's not necessary that there are tools to be used. But yes, in order to leave a long lasting impression on the mind of the listener, or on the mind of the reader, or on the mind of the viewer, what do? We use presentation tools. So please remember, when we talk about the presentation skills, the first thing that you all have to keep in your mind is, it's again a strategy that you're going to develop in order to become a better speaker. If you really want to become a good participant, if you really want to be good at presentation skill, the first thumb rule is you should be a good public speaker. You should also have effective presentation skills. What do we understand by effective presentation skill? Whatever you speak, whatever you are going to convey, whatever you are going to share with the people, they should understand it. They should try to put the information in their mind, that is, store the information in their memory box, and can react accordingly. All right. So when we talk about effective presentation, it can be possible only when you are working on both verbal and non-verbal technique. All right. And please remember, you cannot have this element of fear. You cannot say that I'm scared and then I'll present. No, you have to calm down your nerve. So, what are the ways, what are the strategies that one can apply in order to calm down the nerve? The three main purpose of the presentation is to inform, to persuade, and to educate. Keep this in your mind. Whenever we say presentation, why are you giving a presentation? Why are you speaking? Why are you communicating? Why are you interacting? Why are you sharing either the proposal or the report? Why are you writing letters? Why are you writing emails? Why are you writing notices? Or why are you preparing MOM or agenda and sharing with the employees? Because you want to inform them. You want to inform them related to certain event. You want to share information related to certain like certain data or certain clients or certain requirement. So you have to remember that whenever we give any presentation, it is to inform others, to persuade others. Many a times we motivate, we encourage, we try to force people to react accordingly, isn't it? So that is called as persuasion. Say, for example, when you are giving a presentation in order to sell a product, you want your client to respond immediately. Why? Because you want to build up that clientele, you want to build up that relationship, you want to build up or bridge the gap between you and your customer or client. So therefore, keep this in your mind. Many a times when we are giving our presentation, or whenever we show up the presentation, it is to persuade. And finally, to educate. At many instances, you must have seen people using presentation in order to educate. Right now, I'm using this presentation to educate my students, so that when by the time I'm going to speak about this particular slide, the slide is being presented, and till the time you're going to watch the slide, the slide will keep on informing you, keep on telling you, keep on persuading you, keep on educating you about the three main purposes. So quickly, in the chat box, I want everybody to write these three words in the chat box immediately. What are the three main purposes? Inform, persuade, and educate. All right. So we, to inform others, we use presentation. To persuade others, we use presentation. To educate people, yes, we use presentation. All right. So I am waiting for the responses from your side. I want you all to quickly write down in the chat box all these three words. Very good, Aradhana. Very good, Chanchal. Thank you, Prashant. Uh, and thanks, Simran. Thanks, Divya Prakash. Because you people should understand, if you're writing it once, you can keep it in your memory box for a longer period of time. All right, dear. So what did I do? Along with the presentation that I'm sharing, when I ask you to write in the chat box these three words, I persuaded. When I persuaded, I could see out of 12, I could get the response from Aradhana, Chanchal, Prashant, Simran, Divya Prakash, Sunny, and Silky. Whereas the rest, so out of 12 candidates who are attending this particular class, I could get the response only from uh, seven of them. That means five of the other candidates, five other students, they did not respond, they did not react. So this will help you to understand how people are understanding your concept. Are they engaged with your activity, or are they doing something else? So I get the ninth one from run, eighth one from run B runner. I'm still waiting for the responses from four other candidates. Like Farid is, though he's available, but I could not get the response from him. Mubashir, again, I did not get the response from him. So this is the way you will identify. Okay, keep this in your mind here, that you will come to know about people. You can understand about what they are doing through even these small activities. And tomorrow, who knows, you are going to work with one of the best MNCs. By being in Patna, you can interact with hundreds and thousands of people across the country. Globally, you may have the different clienteles. So you should know all these. These are the basic of virtual uh, etiquette. And you should understand, whenever you are participating, you have to be present uh, wholeheartedly. You have to be there holistically. If you can, there in the virtual class, it doesn't mean that you can be a multitasker. You can do a couple of activities here and then move on, move across. So keep that in your mind. So whenever we are talking about presentation, presentation is something which is used to inform people, to persuade people, and to educate people. All right. So can you give an example wherein you have used presentation to share the information? Can you just give like some idea? Do you have any idea related to a presentation which is given in order to inform people from your day to day activity, from the routine activity? Can you recall something that is happening every now and then, where the people, they keep giving the presentation to inform quickly? Okay, some of the companies or in school. All right. So how many of you have seen the municipal corporation of Patna, the vans from municipal corporation of Patna moving across in your society? Have you seen those the vans which collect the which collects the disposal or the things from your houses, right? So what do? They come to your doorstep, isn't it, in order to collect the biodegradable as well as the other products from your houses. So what are they doing? They are informing you, isn't it, not to throw, or not to throw the litter here and there, not to litter the litter here and there. In fact, what they do is they collect all the unwanted material from your places, so that the society can be kept neat and clean. So what are they doing? They are informing you, right? Similarly, have they any time persuaded you not to throw the rubbish here and there, not to litter around here and there, and then uh, collect the unwanted material or collect the rubbish that is there in your house, and then dispose it only when the van comes? What are they doing? They are persuading, and they are also educating that if you are really bothered and caring, and you really care for your society, you should not throw the things here and there. So you should remember that whenever you give a presentation, it could be for one single purpose, or it could be for multiple purposes. It could be just to inform, it could be just to persuade, it could be just to educate, or it could be for all the three, like informing, persuading, and educating. All right. So keep this in your mind. And as a student of management, you people are going to use presentation every now and then, every time, whenever you people are going to work in the organization, every now and then you people would be asked to present. So whenever you are presenting, you should ask these six critical questions to yourself. Whenever you are going to prepare any presentation, the first question that you should ask is, who are the people who are going to watch your presentation? That is, whatever you are going to inform, whatever you are going to educate people with, whatever information that you are sharing, you should understand and identify who are the people, who are the person, who are the audience, who are the viewers, who are the listeners, who are going to listen to you. All right. Identify the element, or identify the open ended question, answer who. All right. So uh, so once when you are starting, once when you begin, who is the first question that you should ask whenever you are preparing any question, dear? Who is my audience? Who are my listeners? Who are my viewers? All right. Yes. So, Silky, you should remember your audience, or it could be judge, it could be audience, it could be the teachers, it could be your friends, it could be your peer or colleagues, it could be your seniors, it could be your junior. So, you have to identify first to whom you are going to address, to whom you are going to present. So, the first question that you should ask every time before preparing any presentation is, who is going to watch my presentation? All right. Then second question is, what is it that I'm going to present? After knowing who the audience is, the second thing is, what is it that you want to present? All right. So what are the information that you're going to furnish in your presentation? What are the features that you're going to talk about? What are the advantages that you're going to present? What are the benefits that you're going to highlight? All the what based question should be there in your mind immediately after identifying who is going to listen to you. All right. Then the third question, where? You should know exactly where you are going to give the presentation. Will that be in the auditorium? Will that be in a meeting room? Will that be in your classroom? Will that be in front of your friends or colleagues? So when you say where, you should identify again the place, the kind of environment or the surrounding that you're going to get in order to present your thoughts and ideas. And then when, the date and time should be clearly known to you. Then the last two questions are meant for the person who is presenting. Why should I present it? And how can I present it in the best way? So when you ask all these six questions, you will see that every slide that you're going to prepare, you're going to think many times whether I am in the right position to present. Am I presenting the right information? Am I presenting the right topic? Am I targeting the right audience? Am I standing at the right place? Am I presenting the information on the right time or on the right date? So who are my people who are going to watch this particular presentation? What is it that they are going to watch? Where am I going to present? When I'll be presenting? Why should I present in front of him or her or them? And then how can I present it in the best way? When you ask these six critical questions related to presentation, always, all the time, you are going to get maximum benefit, because then your planning will be best, your preparation, that is the information that you're going to collect from the different sources, you will identify whether I am collecting the information properly, whether I am on the right track. If I am on the right track, okay, then it is good. If I'm not on the right track, how can I come back on the right track so that I can share the right information or relevant information to the audience? So keep this in your mind that these six critical questions, who, what, where, when, why, how, are very, very important. And after you identify these six critical questions, you should remember, speaking in front of public is the common fear. If you say, ma'am, I'm scared of speaking in public, it's again a common fear. It's not only you, everybody, whosoever is going to speak in front of public, they will be scared of talking, they will be scared of attending those sessions where they have to speak. So this is a common fear, most common fear. Can you overcome this common fear? Of course, you can overcome this common fear. How can you overcome this common fear? By working on the three C's: your confidence, communication, and content. I want everyone to write these three C's in the chat box: content, communication, confident. Content is the material, the matter that you're going to share with the audience. Communication. Once when you have the content, you have to prepare, you have to rehearse, you have to practice, you have to identify what are the right ways of presenting that particular content. And finally, commitment. That commitment will bring in confidence. If you are committed, automatically you will see you will become a confident person. All right, dear. So please remember, content, communication, and confidence. These three C's are interlinked. Many a times, when a teacher is asking a question to you, when you know the answer, automatically you will see you are very confident and you can communicate very well, isn't it? But if a teacher is asking a question of which you do not know the answer, as the content is not there, you are going to fumble, isn't it? You will not be that confident of presenting your opinion or idea, isn't it, dear? And because of that lack of communication, you will see even the confidence level will get shattered. So always remember, content, communication, and confidence, these are the three C's which are very much important and required whenever we are talking about presentation skill. And you cannot say, ma'am, I'm very good at communication, my confidence level is very high, without content. If your content is poor, people will not listen to you. People will not like to like to attend your seminars or conferences. They will not like to listen to your presentation. They will try to avoid you. All right, dear. So keep this in your mind. The first thing that we should always remember is content. Whenever we are giving any presentation, first thing that we should always work out is on content. Once when you know what is the content that I have to present, certainly you're going to practice, you're going to prepare, you're going to rehearse it many a times. That can help you to build your confidence level, and at the same time you can also communicate in a better way. So please remember, boys and girls, if you are really looking forward to join the corporate world, they will always ask how good you are at communication. If you just say I'm good at communication and you are fumbling there, you are say, if somebody says, if you have written in your resume, you have already mentioned in your resume, my communication skills are good or good at communication skill, but while speaking you are fumbling, while speaking you are scared, you are not at all showing your confidence level, then you're contradicting your resume. You are proving that whatever I have mentioned in my resume is all fake. All right. So keep this in your mind. These are the simple things. These are the simple tips which will help you to overcome the element of fear. What is the first thing that we should always do? Content should be prepared. If you remember, when we were talking about interview skills, that's the reason I always ask my students to prepare beforehand. Say, for example, when somebody is saying that you have to attend your interview or you will be facing an interview, the first thing that you should know the company. Why you should know the company? Because you are preparing the content. Why you should know about yourself? Because you are again preparing the content related to what? Your content to related to yourself. Introduce yourself. That is the first question that every time in the interviewers, in each and every interview people would ask you. So you should be able to speak about it. And how can you speak very well? When can you have that great confidence? When you can prepare the content, when you can do the rehearsal, when you can practice it maybe 5 times, maybe 10 times, maybe 20 times, till the time you're going to get that perfection. All right. So you should always remember, dear, presentation doesn't mean reading these slides. Presentation never means reading whatever you have mentioned on the slide and then talking to the people and then saying thank you very much for attending my presentation. That's not presentation. Reading is different, presentation is different. Presentation is something where on one single point, on one single bullet, or on one single picture that you have presented, you can explain your own thoughts and ideas. Then only it would be considered as a good presentation. So work out on content, work out on communication, work out on level of confidence, because these three are interlinked. If content is good, certainly you will communicate very well and your level of confidence will be very high. If you fail in content, if the content is not there, if you cannot understand, if you cannot decide, if you cannot think what is it that I'm going to present, what is it that I'm going to speak, what is it that I'm going to convey, what is going to happen? Certainly you're going to babble, you're going to fumble, you're going to speak illogical things, and that illogical speaking will shatter your level of confidence. That will again show the lack of confidence in front of the audience or the public. Hence, always remember public speaking. You can see 20 to 85% of the people, they feel anxious. That is, their level of anxiety is too high. Whenever you are asked to stand in front of the audience and speak, your hands and legs may get completely cold. You may start shivering. Whatever you have prepared, you may tend to forget it. Why? Because you are nervous. How can you overcome your nervous? The first thing is believe in yourself. Yes, I have prepared. I know all the six questions, the critical questions that I was supposed to do in order to prepare and present my presentation very well. I know the audience. I know what is it that I'm going to present. I know where am I standing. I know when I'm going to speak. I know how can I bridge the gap. That is the reason. I know why am I standing here. I also know how to present it in the best way. So please remember, if you can identify those answers to six questions, six critical questions, certainly it is going to reduce the level of anxiety. You will not have that anxiety level in you most of the time. Most of the time, I'm not saying that only one or two students will have this anxiety levels very high. Even I, when I started speaking for the first time, my anxiety level was very high, because I did not get that opportunity of standing in front of big audience or huge audience and then speaking about my opinion, my thoughts, my ideas. I tend to become nervous even now. But how do I overcome that nervousness? Point one, I prepare, I practice, I always plan before I present. And that is the reason why I also asked my students to follow the same steps, because these are the only ways through which you can overcome your anxiety level, dear. You can overcome the element of fear. You can also think of presenting yourself in the best way. So, work out on 4 P's: plan, prepare, practice, present. And how can you do that? When you are very much confident with your content, when you are very much confident with your communication. So the 3 C's: content, communication, and confidence, they are going to get knitted once when you are working out on your 4 P's. All right. So let me close up here. Let me end up today's class onto this particular point. I want you all to work out, because here, public speaking, when I say public speaking, I am throwing a challenge to you all. Start working on your first basic question related to the interview. Introduce yourself. Take time. Write down your introduction. And when I say your introduction, please do not mention anything about your family. Do not mention anything about your hobbies and interests. My I just want to know from you or from my student. I want to know about point one, who you are. Point two, why you thought of pursuing PGDM course. What are the benefits that you're going to derive out of this particular course? Where do you see yourself? And how can you develop those managerial skills which can definitely help you in securing a better position and a better place in the corporate world? All right. So I want you to prepare your introductory speech. The elevator speech should really make me feel more enthusiastic to know more about you. All right. I should be keen to explore more about you. So please do prepare your introductory speech. Remember, if you practice, you can definitely overcome the the lack of confidence. You can overcome all the fear elements. You can even overcome the negativity which is there within your mind. So work out on those skills, develop those skills, and prove that you are one of the best students of the management pursuing management course from ISM. All right, with everyone, I am stopping here because tomorrow would be the last class. And after that, I will be taking up 3 classes wherein I am going to check your presentation skill. That will be again virtual. All right. So virtually, I'm going to conduct those sessions wherein I would love to hear from you. What is it that you are willing to convey? It could be related to your interest, your hobby that I'll share. All right. But meanwhile, I'll appreciate if you people can send me the assignment, finish off the assignment, share it on the classroom, and then do prepare with your speech that is related to your introduction. All right. Thank you very much for attending today's class. Not to forget, assignment is must, and that is going to fetch you marks. So do submit it. God bless you all. Take care of yourself.